Hello everyone, Cyberdragon here. So I tried to record this yesterday, but apparently I had no audio, like my mic was off, so I was extremely fucking pissed about that, because I wanted today to have the day off, but yeah. So the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, I won't do a what if. Okay, well maybe Sunday, but then the next week I'm gonna have a 3-day week off for doing what ifs. But next week I will do 1 to 2 meta what ifs, because still needing to think up some ideas for that, more or less. But I actually do get an idea for the part of the meta what if, like one part of it. The second part of that week, I'm not sure 100%, so I need to do that on Discord, ask people for ideas for that. But yeah, I'm also going to be trying to wrap this series up as not as quickly as I can. I'm still going to try to take my time, but at the same time, I'm going to do certain events differently in this now. Which, yeah, so. And for convoluted bullshit, I'm going to say Deku can actually sense all for one, but not right now, because the way how he unlocked that was after facing the first Nomu. So if he absorbs more Nomus, he can actually sense where the power to do this coming from. Which anti-venom, the symbiote itself, is seeing this as a disease. So this disease, he's wanting to cleanse it. So Deku is technically the anti-all-for-one for this, for him. Reason why it doesn't affect one for all is because, well, he does, since it could be a disease, because I heard there's some things about one for all that it can only be passed on to quirkless people now. Which I'm not sure why or how, but I'm going to say he can somehow fix that. Spoilers for the manga, by the way, but, that's something interesting. I never thought about that. I guess the power comes so great, not even a quirk person can handle it anymore. But yeah, besides from all of that, so how do we do this? We go to Deku, walking into class. Everyone isn't there yet, so Deku decided to take a nap. After a while, everyone comes in. They see Deku just taking a nap on the ceiling, as always. And then Aizawa comes in. Alright, class, shut up and get to your seats. He looks up and says, "You too, Izuku." Like, fine. So, what is the big deal? You're gonna take a nap anyways. Like, yes, but I don't want you to take naps. Not yet, at least. Until after class. Fine. So he gets down from the ceiling and sits to his seat. Like, now, today we're going to pick hero names. And since I'm not the best person to help with that, I got someone else too. Who bursts in? It's Midnight. Hello, class! Like, oh my god, it's Midnight. Which, Midnight looks around and says, "Hi there, sweetie." Like, hi, Mom. I don't know if I can't remember if I made Midnight kind of like the mom in this series and what, but I'm gonna say, yeah, she's basically the mother. Like, wait, Midnight is your mom? Like, yeah, so what? Minetta's chimed. Wait, no, I kicked Minetta out. Okay, never mind. So, I'll say Denki chimes in, like, "Dude, you have the hardest mom in school then." With Jiro pokes him in the back of his head, shocking him with, the earphone jack. Like, look, shut it, idiot. Like, oh, so you two are dating or something? Jiro blushes from embarrassment, like, shut it. Why do you have to be so observant? Like, because I'm the son of the two heroes in front of the class? Fair point. So yeah, there's some little extra stuff here. Now then, today we're gonna pick your hero names. So, everyone write down your hero names and come up one at a time. Everyone goes up there and do their hero names just as in canon. When it's Deku's turn, so I'm basically using my quirk name. He flips it around and it says anti-venom. So, Midnight inquired, why is that, dear? It is because I basically can cancel quirks, I can negate any types of illnesses, toxins or poisons, or in any other case, venoms. Hence the name anti-venom. And I can do that for others too. I accept it. You chose a good name, sweetheart. But, Mom, can you stop? What? So, can't a mother show her love to her child? You're so embarrassing. But you love me. Out of my better judgment, yes. Oh, my heart. So, my aching heart. You hurt your mother, son. Are you happy now? If that means to shut you up, yes. I was just grinning, that's my boy. You're too like your father, you know that? Yeah? Is that such a bad thing? No. I guess not. But I'm gonna have to teach your father a lesson later. Oh, thanks a lot, son. Hey, you woke me up from my nap? I'm gonna make sure you don't get a nap tonight. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, after that, now, everyone, here's your internships. Deku actually got quite a decent amount. Todoroki still got first, but Bakugo got second, while Deku got third or fourth. Which people are surprised, but not at the same time. Deku did do pretty good, and some people did predict that he would just quit halfway through because he felt tired, so yeah. Now then, I want you all to pick your hero agency and report it to me tomorrow. Do whatever you want for the rest of the day afterwards, so Azara goes to sleep. Deku looking through all of his internships, which he sees an interesting one. One for Sir Night-Eye. He thinks he's pretty serious, but despite the fact that he, weirdly enough, upholds comedy over all. But he decides, why the hell not? He thinks he can learn a thing or two, and he heard one of the big three, Mirio Togeda, actually goes there. And so Night-Eye actually trained him himself, which, if he managed to have a quirk like that to be stronger, he thinks maybe he can help him with his power. Which now, after choosing, he goes to Kendo. So, Kendo, you got any good offers? Yeah, I'm actually going to train with All Might's former teacher, Gran Torino. Oh, so it looks like you and me both are going to someone who worked with All Might. Yeah, wait, who are you going to? Sir Night-Eye. I got an offer from him, and I figured why not. Oh, that's so good, Izuku. Yep. Well, I'm taking a nap now. Okay. But Deku grabs Kendo, put him over the shoulder, what are you doing, Izuku? What? Can I not sleep with my girlfriend on the ceiling? But we're in the middle of class and everyone's staring. I don't care. I'll sleep better with you next to me. So I'll keep your face revealed and so will mine, I guess, so you can still talk to your friends while I sleep next to you. This is so embarrassing though. Please don't. Too late. I've already made up my mind. Which he's on the ceiling now, wraps himself in this cocoon-like symbiote form, and he sleeps. It's your fault anyways. You kept sleeping in my room because you were so worried about me. Izuru, why do you keep saying this stuff out loud? It's because I don't give a crap. Plus, you and me are dating anyway, so what's the point of hiding it? Yeah. It's me and like, oh my god, ship! Which, she takes a million pictures at once. Deku opens his eyes slightly, like, send me a couple of them. Like, you got it. Kendo is beat as red and embarrassed. Like, why do I like him so much? And why does he do this to me? Like, it's because you're cute when you blush. It's your fault. Orochi even blushes harder. He doesn't give a damn. So yeah, that goes on for a couple of days. Deku did notice Ida's acting strange, so he did mention this to Aizawa, which Aizawa agrees, but they can't really do much for that. So he thinks to tell Deku to tell everyone about this, and if any of you are in the Hosu area, keep an eye out for him. Todoroki said he will be in the Hosu area, so he can try to keep an eye on him. He knows I'm thanking Todoroki. Him and Todoroki's relationship kind of grew. Like a friend rivalry type deal. So he did help Todoroki out to become, well, more comfortable using his fire, and Deku is actually happy that he's the one who helped him out. Like his first protege type deal. He actually wants to, I believe I already told you that, guys, but Deku does want to be kind of like Aizawa, the next underground hero, and to, well, teach the next generation at some point. So, helping Todoroki is like practice. And now it's the day of everyone going to leave. And he goes up to Kendo like, after this, I'm going to take you out on a date, okay? So, okay. So, good. Now then. He gives her a quick kiss on the lips. Like, alright, I'll see you later. But Kendo like, why does he do this so much in public? Like, because I don't give a damn. He goes up to Ida one more time, like, I hope you're not doing something stupid. I know who's in that area. I would go with you, but I'm not going to jeopardize my own internship just because you are acting like an idiot. So, for simplicity's sake, I wish you luck. Thanks. So yeah, Deku now goes to Sunlight, as you can see. When he gets off the train, he was met up by a blonde-haired guy with blue eyes and kind of like a buff Tenten. Like, oh, so you're Izuku Aizawa, aren't you not? Like, yep, that's me. Like, well, then, I'm Mirio Togeda. It's good to see you. So Night Eye sent me to get you. Like, oh, okay. I believe Mirio and Deku has meant, so... Yeah, no, I did say that. Fuck. So, scratch that. Mirio said, oh, Izuku, you came here. Yep, I figured I would see how good your teacher is and maybe learn a couple of things from him. Like, oh, that's good. So, let's go to the third then. Like, alright. So, he walks with Mirio. Once they reach there, Mirio opened the door, and the first sight they see is Bubble Girl being tickled like in the anime. Which Deku thinks, did I make a mistake in not going to Hosu? Just to make sure Ida doesn't do anything stupid. When Naya turned around like, so, you're Izuku Aizawa. Like, that's right. Like, come in. Bubble Girl, Mirio, you can go outside and wait. They're like, okay, sir. Which they all walk out. Except for Deku and Night Eye, which now they are sitting across from each other. Night Eye said, okay, I'll cut to the point. Why did you not set one for all? Yes, he heard. This is one of the reasons why Night Eye sent an internship to Deku. Because he heard that Deku refused One for All. He thinks he's better than what he needs for the quirk. Like, he doesn't need it to be better than anyone or something. Or he's legitimately curious. He wants to know his reasoning. Like, so that's one of the reasons why you sent me the internship. I thought it was my personality. Okay, well, I didn't accept it because, well, it would bring too much attention to me. And I don't want that attention. For one, I'm actually planning to be the next underground hero, not the next symbol of peace. Not that I'm not denying All Might has done some great things, but he's too much of an attention to want me to be the next symbol of peace. If I'm accepting that quirk, I'm basically accepting to be the next symbol of peace, which I don't really want to do that. So I suggested another good candidate, Itsuka Kendo, which Night Eye accepts this answer. Like, very well then. It would seem know the full weight of the quirk itself. Like, of course, you're not, if you're Eraserhead's kid, you will definitely learn a thing or two from him. And maybe even pick up some habits from him. Like, I see. Well then, please explain your quirk in some detail. Like, certainly. So he explains everything. How his quirk can wrap around him, how it's almost like a living thing. Despite it not talking to him, he knows it's a living thing. How he also even able to heal people, which he did mention he healed All Might. Which, I don't remember if I said he healed All Might or not. I believe he did. Which Night Eye is thankful for him for that. And how he also can copy quirks. That one actually caught his attention. Very interesting. Really, you can copy quirks. Like, yep. Like, So, have you tried not copying quirks? Like, what do you mean? Like, have you tried copying animate objects? Or even weapons, body armor, anything of that sort? Deku thinks for a moment, like, no, I haven't. Why, do you have an idea? Like, certainly. So, he brings Deku some body armor and some handguns. Look, now, try to copy this, or absorb it into you. Alright, he wraps himself in his anti-venom form, like the thin layer form, as I'm going to call it, which he grabbed the body armor, absorb it into him, and the weapons, which making him Agent Anti-Venom form. This form does give him more defense than offense, but he will still go for the regular form when it's more low-rank villains, or if the situation isn't as dire. When there's more dire, like for All For One or other types of deals, he will go Agent Anti-Venom. He looks at himself like, nice. Bit bulkier, but I can get used to this. But not anything. Interesting. So you can copy and then make objects, too. That appears so. But great then. We will practice helping you master this, and also help you with rifle training and gun. I'm thinking you are already pretty good with hand-to-hand. So, yeah, I am. Tell me one more thing, though. Like, what is it? Like, did you intentionally throw away the match between you and Todoroki? He said, yeah. Why is that? So you really don't like the attention, do you? Not really. I think it's a hassle to even deal with it. I don't know how All Might deals with it, and why most people would want it. As I said, that's one of the reasons why I'm becoming the underground hero. that and to be like my dad. So, your answers are quite exceptional. So I definitely think you could definitely be a great underground hero. And, although your bedside manner needs some work. Yeah, I've been hearing that. My girlfriend said I'm too forward with things. Oh, your girlfriend? Who is that? The current user, one for all. Itsuka Kendo. I told All Might she could be a proper user because her spirit and how kind she is. Plus, she's actually quite exceptional with hand-to-hand combat. She can only use 10%. 20 through her hands if she enlarges them. Which, maybe I should send an next internship or work study with her whenever it comes. Go for it. But for now, let's start training. Right. So they do. For the next few weeks, few days, Deku trains with Night-Eye, learning how to shoot, and Set's also doing some other stuff. Night-Eye asks Mirio if he could copy his quirk, which he does. Now, how Deku can use Mirio's quirk, he can't go full permeation. He can't go like how Mirio does it. No. He can put it through his tendrils, though, and his tendrils can go underground and pop up whenever he wants them to. So it is like a better version of Mirio's in a way, because he can set traps up with his tendrils, capturing villains through underground with surprise attacks. So yeah, that's about how he can do it. And he has also extensive knowledge of hero protocol and stuff like that. So they don't really need to teach him all of that. And Night-Eye had also been working on the overhaul case, which Deku is actually investigating himself, giving them some information that they didn't even have. And because Deku has some connections to the dark web. So he figured he would need to know how villains act and do stuff, so him and Azara has been doing that, in which they find what Overhaul has been doing. Quick erasing bullets. They bought one a while back and had it for evidence. They gave it to Night-Eye's agency, which helps them tremendously. And figure out it's made from blood from that girl's blood and skin. Possibly from a little girl. His Deku is infuriated, so he wants to help find her, which they accept. During one of Deku's patrols, he actually got to patrol by himself. While he's walking around, he's not in his anti-venom state. He wants to have the element of surprise whenever it comes out. Until a girl bumps into him. He grabs her just in time because Spidey senses. He has those. Whoa there. You almost fell. But he looks like... wait. Small little girl. Bandages around her arms and legs. Could be her that we're looking for. Until he hears the voice of Overhaul. Like, Eri, what are you doing? You shouldn't be running. This is definitely her, and that's definitely Overhaul. So this actually gives me an idea now, though. No, I'm sorry, so is this your daughter? Yes, it is. If you don't mind me, could I see her bandages? Why? You might say I'm a bit of a medic of sorts. What do you mean? Well, you see, my quirk allows me to heal people. Also, not to mention, I could possibly even cancel out people's quirks so that I can heal them better. When Overhaul hears that, really now? You could possibly cancel my quirk, huh? Without a doubt. Was Overhaul like, okay, go ahead. I want to see you heal her up first. To make sure you're not bullshitting me. Like, can I see your hand, little girl? Okay. It's Aerie, by the way. But she gives her hand. She doesn't know why she can trust him, but she can. Which he points a finger at the hand. White substance started coming from his hand to hers. The permeation actually helps him phase through faster, so in a matter of moments, the symbiote comes back into him. He copies the Ares quirk as well, to an extent. He sees what it is, like, rewind. No wonder he's been able to make quirk erasing bullets. He's using this girl's quirk. And how he can use it now, he can't be affected by her quirk whenever he's in symbiote form. Outside of that, yeah, he can. But yeah, so Deku said, okay, can I see you on now? Like, she flinches for a moment, like, it's okay. But she lets him see his arm. He starts to undo the bandages. And to both Aerie and Overhaul's surprise, all the scarring, the cuts, anything on her is gone. She checks her other arm and legs, and they're all gone. Like, see? Like, you're okay now. But she starts to tear up and hug Deku. Overhaul thinks, if I can get my hands on him, I can possibly make some improvements to my quirk erasing bullets. Possibly even kill them in itself. Like, can you help me out real quick? I got some other issues I might need you to help me to heal with. Like, alright. He's like, gotcha. Yeah, so as Deku is carrying Aerie, Aerie's walking next to Deku, and Deku's following Overhaul into the alleyway. Overhaul said, you kind of just helped me out with my situation. Like, oh, what situation? Which he snaps his finger, and some of the 8 precincts of death, actually almost all of them, came out. Chronostasis, Mimic, Rappa, actually all of them, yeah. Like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to complete my quirk erasing bullets faster. Thanks, kid. Like, no, I should be thanking you. Like for what? Like, well, even showing your face. He goes into his first form, which is like the Spider-Man looking suit, grabs Aerie and starts to swing away fast. Overhaul like, shit. Like, after them, now! So, he wants Deku alive, but he definitely needs Aerie. If they can get Deku, that's an added bonus. So they all chased after Deku. After a moment, Deku stops for a moment, like, okay, here goes nothing. He starts to sprout tendrils from his back, phasing them to the ground. He makes sure they can't see him, which all of them appears up. Like, huh, you decided to stop running now? Like, you could say that. The tendrils are making its way underneath all Overhaul's men. Overhaul himself is not there quite yet, which a lot of them start getting closer until they get all wrapped up in Deku's symbiote. Like, what the hell is this shit? Like, why can't I break it? Like, I think one went inside, part of it went inside of me. That was Chronostasis. The guy who has the arrow-based quirk, like the time arrows, I think that's his name. So yeah, Deku copied that and cut each of them a little bit to make them paralyzed. All of them get paralyzed for about an hour. No. Thanks for the new quirk. It would be easier to help capture villains faster and better. An Overhaul arrives, seeing that most of his men are knocked out after retracting all the... Well, not knocked out, but knocked down. And Deku actually retreat all the tendrils back into on the ground. So Overhaul didn't know what happened. Like, what the hell? What did you do? Like, what did you like to know? Why would I tell a villain? You bastard! Trying to touch the ground, but tendril popped up, cutting him cheek. Well, cutting through the mask and cutting his cheek, paralyzing him. Like, what the hell was that? Like, new technique. Phantom paralyzation. Or something else like that. Retracts all the tendrils and calls Night Eye up, telling him he captured Overhaul and the 8 precincts of death and retreated and got the girl. Which Night Eye is very impressed. So he got all the police around the area to help him catch all the villains. Night Eye walked up to Deku like, "Great job," said Izuku Aizawa. "It appears that you have exceeded my expectations." Like, "Thank you, sir." Like, "Now then. So, do you mind explaining some things real quick?" Like, "Certainly." Like, 1. How did you stop them so easily when I couldn't? Like, it's simple. Thanks to Mirio's quirk, I managed to bring all the tendrils on the ground that I had on my back, facing them that way, so the villains didn't see them. Then I copied one of the villains' quirks. The quirk was an time-based quirk, which had stopped people from moving for a certain amount of time, basically paralyzing him. Copied that with that, and I came up with a new move. So, phantom paralyzation, or phantom paralyzing, or paralyzing phantom step, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not great with names. Like, certainly not. But still, you managed to stop the big branch of the Yakuza's. Now we can actually come in there and arrest them all. Like, certainly. He did explain the part that they actually started to attack him, ambush them. So he was in his legal rights to, which now they have the rights to search the premises. Afterwards, they got all the information they needed. They even found the old man, which Deku said, "Can you step back for a moment? I kind of want to see something." Like, sure. They did notice that he was critically injured for some reason. So Deku put some symbiote in him and started to heal him, fixing whatever damage Overhaul did to him. So he did wake up, looking around to see where he's at, till he sees Deku holding Eri in his hand, like, "You there. Who are you?" Like, "Izuku Aizawa. And I'm assuming you are the leader of the Yakuza?" Like, "That I am." So, alright then. Will you be willing to testify against Overhaul? Like, certainly. He is giving all the information about their locations, everything they have, even what Overhaul's plan was, so they can send him to Tartarus. So, the Yakuza leader had a condition, though, which once they heard it, they called Deku over. Like, yeah? Like, the Yakuza leader has a condition before he tells any other information. Like, what is that? Like, he wants you to take care of Eri. Be his father. Deku's eyes were like, what? Like, yes. He said he will be willing to give the information to us if you do that. Like, why me specifically? The Yakuza leader said, "Look, it is because you stopped Chisaki from hurting my granddaughter for much any longer. Seeing that and hearing what you've done, even healing her from any scarring she has left, out on the outside, in my great gratitude to ask you to do that for me. He sighs and like, alright, you're lucky she's cute. Thank you. So yeah, he gives the rest of the information to them all. And if you're wondering, the Hosu incident did happen, but Kendo was the one to replace Deku for that, and she learned the full Kaling. So yeah, because she thought how Izuku has, well, the anti-venom all over his body, which she was just thinking that part, that she might want to spread the full Kaling throughout her entire body. So yeah. And they actually do manage to capture 2 of the 3 Nomus. The flying Nomu still does get killed by Stain, but the other 2, they managed to capture alive. Which you're wondering why, is because they heard what Deku did to the USJ Nomu, so they want to ask him to heal them. So the day when they get called, actually before that, Deku did accept Eri to his family. Now, she is Eri Aizawa. And under father, it is Izuku Aizawa. But under mother, Deku grinned the same Aizawa grin. And wrote Itsuka Kendo as the mother. Like, she's gonna kill me, but I can't wait to see her reaction to the fact that she's a mother. Like, the Papa, so who's my mama then? Like, you're gonna meet her soon, kiddo. But for now, let's go out, and get you some clothes. Okay. Yep. So, in most of my what-ifs, I am making Deku the father to Eri, or a big brother. Just because Eri's goddamn adorable. Don't you dare say she's not. But yes. Now, Deku was actually called to the police station to see if he can heal the 2 other Nomus. Which, when he was getting closer to the police station, he clenched his chest a bit, breathing heavily. Which, I'll say Aizawa was like, hey, are you okay, Zuko? Like, yeah, I think my nature's coming out. Like, your nature? Like, the US, like how I acted during the USJ, I sensed it before, and I can sense them now. Like, oh, okay. He looks down to see Eri holding onto Deku's pants leg. Like, who's this? Like, oh yeah, meet your granddaughter. Which, and they're like, you are really a problem child, aren't you? Like, yep, but I'm your problem child. Like, and I don't regret adopting you, but still. He looks down and says, hey there, Owen. Which Eri hides behind Deku's leg, like, it's okay. He's my dad. Are you sure he's not a bad guy? Like, I'm sure. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for him, I might have become a hero. Which Eri got out of behind from Deku's pants leg and walked up to Aizawa, hugging him. Basically saying, thank you for making Papa a hero. Which Aizawa gives a big ass grin, like, I am gonna spoil my granddaughter so much. Just like how I spoiled my baby cousin. But yeah, no, Deku walks into the room where the 2 Nomus are tied up, which he is, like, keeping under control long enough. You don't want to scare her. Like, so, hey, kid, are you okay? Like, yeah, just, it's just a thing I need to control. Like, alrighty then, do yourself then. Like, okay, let's do this. Which he transformed into full anti-venom. Like in the picture. He lunges forward, grabbing both of their heads, yelling, cleanse! that must cleanse impurities. Which he cleansed both the Nomus, reverting them back to human. He, after that, releases them both, turns around like, impurities were cleansed. De-transforming, on his knees now, breathing heavily. Like, oh, Jesus. I'm slowly getting used to that. Weirdly enough. Like, kid, are you alright? Like, yeah. It's gonna take some while to get used to that. Like, okay, kid. And yeah. After that, Isaiah helped him get back home. And that's it for that part. I will explain more what happened next part, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see. Next week we'll have a part for Meta, a part for Scorpion, and a part for Anti-Venom. Hopefully for Anti-Venom, because as I said, I want to get this series done as fast as I can, but 2 parts maybe for Meta if we can think more ideas up for that on my Discord. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. And because actually, wait, I think only 1 part for Meta next week, because after that it will be the students versus teachers, which I need to think heavily on how that should go. So you guys won't be seeing only 1 part for Meta next week, which will be fun still. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Cyber Dragon out. Peace.